Humanities 102 World Views. If you're here, that means you managed to find the Zoom link, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah, so go ahead and get whatever you need to get set up. If you need water or a notebook, we're probably going to spend about an hour and a half together today, but not the whole time. You shush.
And you have a cat too.
Good. So I'm just going to go ahead and mute everybody. Okay, you go out, then you're muted. And yes, if everybody could mute themselves, that would be super awesome, just for the first few minutes. Let's see. Great, cool. So I'm going to start. Will the notes be on Omnivox? What do you mean by notes? I guess that's my question.
Learning today, will there be like a display on Omnivox or no?
For the entire class, or
like just for like the key parts, or like are we not going to be like, or is this just an introduction and we're not going to be like learning something?
We're going to do a bit of each today. So basically, I think the answer to your question is that I'm going to use a guide of a PowerPoint. It won't be a lot of slides, and that's probably the style that I will continue going on with today. But yeah, everything will be on Omnivox on the layout page. So I'm going to start out by opening up the screen share so that you all can see. The window I selected isn't valid. Okay, let's see though. Okay. Sorry, y'all, with my cat and this, you're getting a whole. Okay, there's that. That's there. Refresh. Good. Share screen. Here we go. So welcome to Humanities 102. This is World Views class. Thank you all for waiting patiently. I know that the course outline was only uploaded. Did I do it last night or today? I don't remember, but one of those 2 days. I just got hired by Vanier officially a week ago. So I'm picking up a bunch of classes, getting everything organized as quickly as I can. And still a few people coming in. Yeah, just don't take it personally, anyone, if I mute you for the beginning. So welcome, you made it. We're gonna be learning together partially on Zoom this semester. Oh, chat. Yeah. So, my name is Emily, and I'm a PhD student in the Department of Philosophy at McGill University. I grew up out west between BC and Alberta, and I've been here in Montreal for 5 years. Yeah. My main areas of study are feminist philosophy, philosophy of disability, critical race theory. You can call me Emily. I'm not gonna get mad if you throw professor or doctor or hey you or anything, but please feel free to call me Emily. Yeah, a couple of online learning norms. So just be respectful of your peers as much as you would in an in-person classroom. And it isn't, I will note that I appreciate you being on camera, but that also doesn't mean that you have to be performing for us, right? So I know that sometimes your cat knocks over your water and you have to go clean it up, or your roommate's asking about the food you're ordering, or whatever, anything. If you need to turn the video off, if you want to have the video screen over here, so you're just kind of a ghost for me, everything, all that is fine. I really think that if we're too focused on like looking good for the screen, then we're not as focused on learning. Oh yeah, so there's already a problem on this slide, which is that this is a half synchronous class. But the point, Russ, is that I'm not going to be recording this class. So it is your responsibility to keep up as best you can with the content. But I will get there in a second. It's only half synchronous. Does everybody know how to use the raise hand version thing in Zoom? You're probably all excellent at Zoom. If you could raise some hands, the little reaction thing, it would be helpful. Yeah, good. Hands. Oh yeah, so a couple people don't. Awesome, thanks for letting me know. If there's ever anything and I don't notice that your hand is raised either digitally or on the camera, feel free to make a shout out in the chat that's like, hey, I've got a question. Or if you happen to be, I'm not sure if you can raise hand on a cell phone, but if you happen to be on a phone that day. Yeah, and feel free to use the chat for a number of things. If you're just like reacting live to the material, if you have something like direct a question about the class, any of that is welcome in the chat. I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on it while we're going, so that should be okay. Is that really the order? This is the order I wanted it. Okay, so big reveal, this class is going to be half synchronous and half asynchronous. So what this means is that every Monday from about 6 till 7:30, it might be less, it won't be more. We're gonna meet synchronously on Zoom. So we're going to have discussions, lectures, activities together. And then either at 7:30 to 9 or whenever you want throughout the week, every week you're gonna have a list of activities or links, or some weeks I'm going to record short videos of me for you to watch. And those will all be on Leia. So yeah, if you feel like you'd rather get everything done all at the same time while you're in the right headspace, or Monday nights really are a time when you have time to do the schoolwork, do it then. But if you don't, if things are busy, you just need to get it done before the next class session. Sound good? And if there's anybody for whom coming for a synchronous part, if there ends up being a problem, you can always email me or send me a mail. Okay. Okay. So this is the nitty gritty before we get into the fun stuff. The assessment structure in this class, we're going to have a bunch of little short things. So 6 kind of one-page response papers that'll be every couple weeks. Some small in-class assignments, some participation. So some of the assignments I give you or some of the quizzes will not be graded for content, but will be graded for just doing them. Those will count under there. And then there'll be a final paper in an essay format at the end of the semester. So we'll have a couple weeks before we start getting into the response papers so that you guys can get an idea of what I'm looking for, what'll constitute a good assignment, and how to start. There's gonna be a midterm. Is there gonna be a midterm? Yeah. Like I think that I pasted this wrong. No, I just swore live, but I'm going to figure this out because that's 30. Okay, let's have no midterm. We're gonna have no midterm and lots of small things. Okay. So this is a worldviews class, and that means in part that what you're going to be tested on and what I have to write the evaluations based on is getting a competency about a worldview. And so a worldview can include a whole bunch of things: ideas, values, beliefs, or judgments. And we can distinguish groups of people from another based on their worldviews. So what we're going to focus on is, not only are we going to learn some really interesting content, but we're going to understand how the content we're looking at is related to specific worldviews that are geographically and temporally bounded. Whew. And you're going to be able to compare them, and you're going to know everything about worldviews. That's that. Oh, yeah. Let's do this fun part. So I'm going to, let me see, stop the share for a second. Well, I would like us to go around, because there's not too many of us, and say your name or what you want us to call you, your program of study, and an interesting fact about you. So I started a class last week, and a lot of people weren't sure about interesting facts, so they shared something that they've started doing during the pandemic. That's a good one to start with, or any hobbies. And this is probably the only time that I will do it, but I'm going to, because Zoom does not have a nice way to go around in a circle, I will be, yeah, sorry, something was beeping in the other room. Basically, I'm going to call on you by the first name that I see on the display, and just ask you, because there's not an easy way to see who's going to be in the same order for everyone. So I can go first. So my name is Emily. I am not in a program at Vanier. I was just hired in Vanier, but I'm doing my doctorate in philosophy. And an interesting fact about me is that I started making sourdough bread in the pandemic, but I haven't made it in 2 months because I let the starter die. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna call on you. And if you want to check in on the chat, or you have a bad internet connection, feel free to do that, and your camera is up to you. Okay, how about Faith?
Hi, I'm Faith. So right now I'm just doing the continuing education program, and my goal is to definitely possibly do something with psychology, hopefully, or future definitely want to work with kids and teens and stuff like that. Interesting fact, I love to travel, which sucks because you can't really do much of that now. So really looking forward to that in the near future, hopefully. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Faith. How about Sean?
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm in continuing education, so I can get basically just so I can get back into regular school, and then eventually become a firefighter, because first year is all theory. An interesting fact, don't have any hobbies because I've been working the entire pandemic. Yeah.
What are you working as?
Oh, I'm just working at IGA until the pandemic will over. Yeah.
Hey, frontline worker, respect. That's the real stuff. Thanks. Fatima? Okay, let's try Arlette.
Hi, I'm Arlette. I am on the content program. Okay, I want to go into the respiratory and anesthesia program, hopefully. This my second semester here. I have been taking some basic courses at Vanier. And an interesting thing, I think Faith stole one of my, we share the travel thing, so is My husband worked for Canada, so we used to travel a lot. No anymore for this last year, and this one I don't think we're gonna be traveling either. I'm a massage therapist, so if you see me that sometimes I join and I have the mask still, it's because I just finished a massage.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, everybody's busy for sure. How about Alex Lefebvre? I think there's more than one Alex.
I just gonna disconnect from the phone and connect with the tablet, if you don't mind. Do a second.
No problem.
I'm Alex. I'm in continuing education. I'm looking kind of in the same direction as in psychology and stuff. Other than that, interesting fact. Like Sean, I started working all of the pandemic, and I just work in a factory as of now.
Yeah, welcome. People who work like full time and are doing school, honestly, is like very impressive. Very impressive. Scott?
Hi. So yeah, my name is Scott. I'm in Vanier right now. It's like my third semester, I believe. I don't really know what I want to do in life, to be honest. But right now, I'm looking forward to becoming a full-time barber. I also just recently got a job at the bank, so like I'm trying to get into that too. So yeah, interesting fact about me, probably like I'm into sneakers. I don't know if that's really interesting, but yeah, I guess it's one of my hobbies. But
That counts.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Lots of hustle. Charles?
Hi, I'm Charles. I'm in the social science program. I want to do something in psychology with teens and kids. An interesting fact about me is I play multiple instruments.
Very nice. I don't play a single one, and I wish I did. Chowdhury?
Yeah, my name is Asher.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's reversed. There we go.
I want to get into like graphic design because like I draw and stuff, and I also like produce music.
Very cool. Very cool. Godly?
Hi, my name is Godly. I transferred from Momohasi to Bani. I was in communication. I came in social science. I'm just looking forward to completing college. And interesting fact about me is that I play football. I'm an athlete. And yeah, I like to collect sneakers too. Like, I don't remember who said that, but
I think it was Scott.
Scott?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I like to collect sneakers too. My guy.
Perfect. Jason Kwan with the Flaming Elmo. That is a good goal, honestly. That's a very good goal right now. Jesse? Oh, I think you're still muted, Jesse. Let's see.
Hi.
There we go.
Hi, my name is Jesse. I'm in continuing education, and hopefully I would like to go in business administration marketing. And interesting fact about me is I play in a band and we play in bars before during the pandemic, but now everything's closed. So yep. Hope someday it will come back.
Yeah, it's a hard time for musicians, for lots of live performers right now. Definitely. Thanks, Jesse. Sia?
Yeah, hi. My name is Athanasia, but I go by Sia.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like way easier to pronounce. I'm trying to get into just like general studies. And an interesting fact about me, or something I'm really good at, is making excuses why I can't go see other people. I really, really like staying home and spending time with my mom instead. Because people do too many drugs, and I'd rather do shots with her than my friends.
That's very sweet. I bet your mom appreciates it. I'm gonna guess it's Roxanne and not Elfried. It's one of those reverse names, but
that's true. My name is Roxanne, and I can say I just started at Vanier this year in the continuous program education, and in the future I want to be like do social science, yeah, because I'm just like I like to entertain people. Be closer to them. If not, I wish to be like follow a nursing program. And my hobbies are I mostly love dancing and like jokes with my friends, and that's all.
Nice. Thanks, Roxanne. And Christine? Or Christine there? Let's see. All right, let's try Ralph.
Hi, my name's Ralph. I've been in Vanier for almost 3 semesters, I think. And I'm into micromedia. And I'm also interested, that's what Asher said, into graphic design. But I'm still trying to get into drawing because I'm still not good at it. And fun fact, I guess I like playing games.
Excellent. Excellent. Welcome. Dante?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this crashed my computer like 3 times trying to open this meeting.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah, I hate Zoom. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm Dante. I work full time in a hospital, and then I'm back in school for the first time in a good couple of years. So doing that again.
Awesome.
In my free time, I snowboard and I draw a lot. That's
Good,
about it.
thanks. Yeah, everybody's busy in this class. Yeah, if at any point like your computer, your internet is being fussy, you can always choose to participate in the Zooms through the chat if that works better. Anybody at any time. Let's try Dwa.
Hi, my name is Dwa. I'm doing continuing education courses. I was in O'Sullivan doing law to become a lawyer, but I don't know if I like that, so I changed my mind. So now I'm just doing this, and I love cooking and travel.
Nice. Welcome. Pravna? No. All right. Goons?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Me, I'm cool. I'm chill. Me, I have nothing really special to say about me, but me, I'm just out here trying to learn more. So I'm here doing it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, no problem. Gotta pass.
Great. Simon?
My name's Simon. I'm doing continuing education, and I play hockey.
Cool. Winter sports. Maya?
Hi, my name is Maya. I'm in continuing education, but I like to go in international law or finance because I like money, but I like the environment. It's a bit contradictory, but a fact about me, I'm going skiing tomorrow, but what happened is that last time I went, it took 2 hours and my car got stuck in the hills, so we'll see.
Oh no. My God. Yeah, I've had my car stuck in the snow a few times. That's, oof.
We had to go back home because it actually closed by the time we got out.
Oh no. Gosh. May this winter treat us well. And Maya Sonilal.
Hi, I'm Maya. I was in general social, and I don't really have much hobbies at the moment. I've just been working, so that's what takes up my time.
What are you working as?
I work in a school, kind of as like a substitute teacher type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So now you get both sides of the experience.
Yep.
Thanks for coming. Jordan?
Hi guys. Okay. My name is Jordan. Hi. I'm in continuing education. I'm hoping to go into education because I really want to be teaching, and so it's really thing I'm really passionate about is teaching, so it's cool. Hi. I don't know what else to say. Hi.
That's great. Yeah, if you just also want to show up and just say a few words and then disappear again, I'm fine with all this. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Alexandre?
Hi, my name is Alexandre. I switched from, I was in Montmorency college before and came into Vanier like last session. I'm trying to become a neurosurgeon, so this is going quite well with the pandemic, and no interesting fact, really, I've been working ever since the pandemic started.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's busy. Thanks for making time for the class. Santino?
Hi, my name is Santino. I'm in continuing education, trying to be a gym teacher, either in elementary school or high school. An interesting fact about me is that I play soccer and I coach soccer. I coach little kids, and I guess I love doing it.
Yeah, it must be. Hopefully you can get back to it soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. Leah?
Hi, my name is Leah. I'm in continuing education and I'm hoping to go into real estate law to become a real estate lawyer. And something interesting about me is that I love to draw or do art in general.
Cool. Excellent. I'm going to call upon the goat and see what happens. No. Oh.
Hello.
Hello, goat.
How you doing?
It's good. How are you?
Good. My name is Alpha actually, but I don't really have anything to say. Just I'm here to be a kinesiologist, and well, I like to play Uno. You know.
Good. Great. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Mohammed Ali.
My name is Mohammed. This is my first year in Vanier. I'm in continuing education. I'm really trying to go to computer science. I'm very fond with computers, and guess that's it. It's not really
Cool.
much to. Oh yeah. I thought I was expecting to come to the school and like play some volleyball, but like I guess everything's closed. So I like.
Oh,
That's it.
thanks, Mohammed. Marco?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi. I'm Marco. This is my second semester at Vanier, and sorry. What's the other question? I mean,
Oh, I don't know. Just tell me something about yourself.
I like sports. I like basketball, boxing, MMA. It's fun to watch, fun to do, and I like history as well. I like all history, mostly from Europe, like European. I find that the most interesting. Politics, sometimes it's a bit toxic, sometimes though. So yeah, that's me.
Great, thanks. We're going to be doing a little bit of history through this class, so that'll be good.
Nice.
Great. Taija?
Hi, I'm Tasia. I'm in continuing education and I play rugby.
Excellent. My brother plays rugby. Tal?
Hi, my name is Talin, but I go by Tal. I'm in continuing education. My goal is to either teach sex ed to teens in high schools or to buy a farm in a different country and move there. Fun fact, my partner and I got a wiener dog right before the pandemic started. And we didn't foresee no one foresaw the pandemic happening. So now we have a dog with severe separation anxiety who follows us around. Yeah. And is now in a cone because he broke his paw.
Oh.
So yeah.
Thanks for coming. Yeah, if anybody has pets they want to, show off, it's always welcome. All right. Jansen, Paul?
Hi, my name is Jansen. My program of study is continuing education. I'm in this program because I can't do day classes. I wake up way too late. I love to play video games and play basketball. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jansen. And Jean-Simon? All right. Is there anybody who I didn't call upon who is dying to introduce yourself? No? Great. So, so that's the only time that we'll be doing a go around. It's just really helpful so that I get some sort of idea who y'all are, where you're coming from. It's so helpful to know how many of you are working, kind of what the rhythms of your life are right now. So we talked a little bit, I did briefly, about what a worldview is. We're going to do a little icebreaker about the worldviews using breakout rooms. So I'm going to put you in groups of about 5 or 6, and you're just going to be in there for 5 minutes. But basically, your prompt is this: find something you have in common. So we got a good start on this with the go-arounds. We have some sports fans, some sneaker fans, some people who are working, and then see which of the things you have in common do you think correspond with the worldview, right? So it might be beliefs that you have in common, or it could be certain experience you have in common. Could be that, for example, several people in your group were raised with a certain religious worldview, something like this. And so the point is that some of the things that you have in common will be related to worldviews, and some of them won't, so that we can figure out what's going to be significant and what's not. Does that make sense, more or less? So I'm just going to put you in the breakout rooms for a couple minutes. Then we're going to come back together. I'll take some things that come up, and then we're going to talk about the topic of the course more in depth, and have a little bit more discussion. So let me see breakout rooms. Where is this? There we go. 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna send you there. Good luck. If you want to participate in chat in your breakout rooms, it's fine. Do whatever works best.
What's up, guys? Chilling, bro. Yo, Jason, I really like your background. How do you do
How do
that?
you make a background like that?
Yeah, for real. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I think I'm gonna do that next class. Oh, that's sick. Yo, fuck, man. Well, yo, what does she want us to do? Or, like, we just have to talk? World views. Damn, what the fuck do I take this class, bro? Why do I take this class, man? Nah, I just took whatever will fit in my Monday, bro.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
right
all
now-
right, you're driving? Yo, that's
Right
not...
now, yeah, I was trying to look because I'm driving right now. I'll be home in like 2 minutes, so
Arlette,
I was trying. I was touching all the the buttons without seeing. I said, okay, finally.
Yeah.
Well, I still allow because I'm a massage therapist, so I have my letter. But no, I try to be home before that. No, I'll be home like in 3 minutes more or less.
Okay, yo, drive safe. Yeah.
But I can hear you guys. It's okay. I can talk.
Alright. Okay. Well.
I
Yeah.
cannot see the background for the Zoom that you put, but
Yeah.
so what do we have in common? Well, we are all on the same program.
I think so. Yeah. Social sciences.
I want to go to science too, but the respiratory and anesthesia program. Like I finished my high school many years ago. Let's see, I just decided to go back to school.
That's good. People like school, you know. Some people like me. Once I'm done with this, I'm probably not gonna go back.
And you guys,
Yeah.
what do you want to study again?
Me, I just wanna finish off my college degree, just to make my parents happy. You feel that? I know you felt that, but you're Asian. It's like a blessing, but you're cursed at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 2 chopsticks. Yeah. Ah, damn. Tragic.
Those are things not for just Asians. For a lot of cultures, they want to study. I think it's the way I was roasted. But let me tell you, it doesn't work that way very good.
Yeah.
You guys didn't find anything in common. You have to go back in 2 minutes.
Wait.
You have to find something in common.
Oh, okay. What? It's true. Okay. Are you guys pro LGBTQ? I'm pro LGBTQ. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a pretty passionate Christian, so.
I get that. I get that. Yeah, so. That was a bad example.
How many people are we in the group right now? 5?
Uh-oh.
Come on, nothing in common.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Stress.
Yes, stress. I feel like we all go through this stress, you know? Yeah. Okay, maybe. Oh, damn. Online class is so hard, man. It's so like, it's such a different experience than
What kind of stress are you living? What kind of stress are you living right now?
Stress? Am I living through right now?
Yeah, what kind of stress?
Man, just like school stress. Like, this is my first semester back, and it's online, you know. So it's like it's different. It's
Back since when?
Since like before COVID.
Okay, so you.
Okay,
You
so.
stopped our conversation.
Oh, sorry. So I do love, you can write feedback in the chat about was too much time, not enough time. But we're all gonna have a bigger discussion now. So what was some of the things that people came up with? Did your group find anything you have in common? Oh no, sorry, Mohammed.
Well, we wanted to start talking about the stress.
Mm-hmm. You're stressed. That's what you have in common. You're stressed. Yeah.
We're all students who are trying to pass.
Yeah.
I was
You're
gonna
all
say,
students.
We
Yeah.
said we were all students in the same
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. And do you think that being a student affects your worldview, or that it plays into your worldview?
I would say yes, because I mean, basically, no matter what you are, it would change your view on anything. Like if I'm in my 40s, I work here, I would do this, everything changes everything. So I kind of guess, yeah, I would.
Yeah, so one thing that we can consider, right, is that there is something common in the student experience, right? And this may be true among different age groups. This may be true among different geographies, but it may also vary, right? We have a particular kind of westernized idea of what being a student does in terms of also like the setup of school and what that requires, right? And it is a fact that I am a teacher, but I am also a student. We have others in the class who are also teachers and students, right? So that there's ways of sharing. There's, I had ramen for lunch. There's still things that we share, even as much as there's a great variety among, right, students. Charles?
And there's not even just that. It's like, if you look at like what we as collective students are going through right now with online school, because we cannot physically go to our schools, versus like our older siblings, or even eventually our children or whoever, or the younger generations, when they're able to go back to school, it's going to be different than how we see the world now.
Yeah, absolutely. And like certainly a large part of your experience of school is being reframed in online school, right? And so we don't have the same kinds of even perspectives on learning anymore, right? That your worldview may have changed on what makes the best kind of learning. Anybody else? Any other kinds of commonalities?
Okay. we talked about how COVID helped us in some classes. Like, I was like, an horrible. I had horrible grades, and then when COVID happened, everything went great. I got a lot of grades, and I passed my year. Thank God.
Yeah. So one thing that I have definitely tried to do in this course that I think many others are also trying to do, right, is to not just have a class and put it online, right, but actually think differently about how we're doing education. Is the way that our society sees education, I guess lots of you are interested in studying education, right, necessarily the right or the most productive way? So I guess we're living that in action, some parts of our worldview. So other parts of worldviews might include, like I did this exercise with my class last week. A lot of them mentioned having in common like hating the curfew, right? And yeah, it does really suck. It's dark, we can't go outside. Why is that so frustrating to us? Because many of us have a worldview where freedom to move, right? Freedom to go places is really central, right? So it's not just, right, that we like going places, right? Plenty of people stay home and are still irritated by the curfew, but it's that our ideas of what freedom might be clash with that, right? Okay, Kat, that's enough. So in this class, I'm going to share the screen again. In this class, we are going to be looking at worldviews through a very specific lens, which is what I've called, I think I called it something different on the course outline, but it's worldviews of mental distress, mental illness, madness, or psychological disorder. So what I've got up here is just some very different words that all might be used to describe somebody undergoing, seriously, Kat, okay. She's getting kicked out. So all these words could be used within different worldviews to describe the exact same experience, right? Or the exact same kind of conditions, symptoms, however you want to phrase it. And so today we live in a world where our worldview is the worldview of mental health, right? So we don't typically say that someone, admit that someone is mad, has gone mad nowadays. That sounds very outdated, right? We might say they're having a mental illness or even just a mental health problem. Sometimes we still say they're crazy, but that has a different kind of connotation, right? And some of these words have become quite broad, right? Used for other parts of speech or other kinds of slang, right? So I'll say that the weather outside is insane. That doesn't mean that the weather outside is experiencing some kind of mental distress, usually, right? So when did we stop using these words in these ways and why? Yeah, so we, if you took a look at the course outline, you will have an idea that we're proceeding sort of historically. So in this course, we're going to spend the first few weeks looking at conceptions of madness and madness specifically, its links to melancholia in the Renaissance, and its links to either demon possession or religious knowledge. Then we're going to look at the worldview that says that a mental disorder is a problem to do with your unconscious. So we're going to talk a little bit about everyone's favorite, not favorite, Sigmund Freud, and the idea if we have an unconscious and that's the thing that's causing us trouble, then how do we treat that? We're going to look at the worldview of the first movement of anti-psychiatry in the 1960s, which was primarily fronted by psychiatrists in the UK and in the United States, advocating for less medications and different kinds of open therapeutic centers. There's so many things. Okay, then we're going to have a few weeks on what I would call is like our current dominant worldview. So the mental health worldview. So what does it mean when we make analogies and we say mental health as opposed to physical health, but also that it could be treated in the same way, right? What kind of view of the mind and of the body and of the value of health is embedded in that? And then right at the end of the semester, we're going to look at a less dominant worldview coming out of movements called Mad Pride and Mad Studies that reclaim the word mad and the name of madness for experience. So I think this will be interesting to many of you. I was talking to a colleague today and it was like, well, if you didn't have mental health issues before the pandemic, you probably do now. Many of you are also interested in psychology. Many of you, all of you live in the world and there's people who suffer in different ways. So, you know, I'm really excited to be able to talk about this with you. I'm gonna start by showing you, so I'm gonna show you a short YouTube video. I think it's somewhere between 5 to 8 minutes. Then we're gonna have a little bit of discussion. Then I'm going to go over what you'll do for the asynchronous part for this week. Just because I don't wanna, you know, what we discovered, we are tired and stressed, keep you too long for no reason. So let's get out of this one. And there. All right, okay, it's 5 minutes. And I'll put links to, so there's links up for you to do the asynchronous stuff later, but I will also put up the link to the videos that I show in class. Everyone's having lag. Okay. Okay. Well, we can also just stop it, no? All right, so what I'll do is I will link to that video and then you guys can view it as part of the asynchronous things for this week. But I guess I wanted to have a short discussion based on that video with you guys about how you think we view mental health, madness, disorder, distress today. What seems to be the worldview of your peers, of your mentors, of the people you pass on the street. Alex? All right, let's see.
So this is just my view of the people like around me, you know. I live in Saint Jérôme. I'm not gonna lie, redneck town, let's go. So, yeah, the people near me that are older, I know a lot of people like in their 40s, 50s, even at work, just talking to them. everyone has this mentality of kind of, I'll get over it. They don't look at mental health seriously in a sense. They kind of, scoff it off and say, whatever, walk it off. It's just your brain. Get better, lol. Type of that. That type of stuff. They say kind of mean things.
Yeah. So part of the worldview that many people who are older than us inherited, right, is one in which this is not a legitimate complaint, right? Or this is something akin to a sadness, not a depression, right? And so something about the treatment comes in. Yes, Sia, of course.
I believe that before, in the early 2000s, mental health wasn't really as big as an issue. Like, it wasn't really talked about. I remember when my parents were children, like, they told me that if someone said they had anxiety or depression, people would like be like, okay, what the hell are you talking about? Like, that's not real. Like, it's all in your head. But then, like, right now, it's kind of more, people are more aware of it. And there's more resources and people are more outspoken about it. There's celebrities that have been like using their platform to kind of be like, hey, like, this is a real issue. So I feel like in 2021, things are more like there's more awareness to it, like with mental health, with like eating disorders and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so part of what we'll do in this class is we're kind of tracing how we got to this dominant frame, right? And this is the kind of framework in which the worldview is, okay, like if we all have mental health, then it's not that everyone only has illness, but that there's some state of health or well-being to be maintained, right? So that we are all taught about mindfulness, about different self-care tools, right? Arlette?
I think, well, as you say, everybody have mental health, okay? It's just the way you can manage that. There are some conditions that you will definitely need the medicine, okay? But there are others that you can, if you get them, like if you realize, if you are aware of them, early stage, okay, you can start manage that because the repression of the feeling is not good. And I think just the fact that people don't want to be judged, then they don't say anything, so they don't know how to manage. Now on, there are more like the medias are more are creating more awareness in people. But still, when somebody say, like, let's say at work, no, he's away because of depression. Oh, yeah, sure. Burnout. Oh, yeah, sure. Of course, there have been also people who abuse of the system. Mm-hmm. So, and yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Arlette. So these kinds of different ways in which mental health, right, is treated in and out of the workplace, right, by therapeutic means or by medication means, sort of also fits with part of a worldview, right? So if we have a view of what the problem is, then we also often have a view of what the solution might be. Roxanne, did you have something?
Yeah, I had something to say. I also think that mental view is like, if the situation is just like upgrading now, it's because of as time passes, more things going on worse and worse, maybe because of the condition of life, depression, all those things. So how the world is just going like, I see the world going like worse to, was like better, that's going on worse. So all those conditions affect the mental health, pollutions, all those things. It's just like because of scientific that make the mental health have like difficulties. That's what I think too.
Yeah, so absolutely. We could say that it's not necessarily going to be a history of like, now we figured it out, right? And now everything is better. And there's always, right, these kind of, I mean, we didn't predict the pandemic. We didn't know how that would affect, right, our worldviews. Now we're much more concerned about screen time for our mental health than we might have been, right? So it's certainly not like, woo, we solved it all. And there's all these other influences along the way. Charles?
I also think that your quality of life affects it, but it also affects your quality of life. And as your quality of life goes up, so too can your mental health go and get better that way. But it can also make it worse by your quality of life going down at the same time.
Yeah,
And
so one of the, no, keep going.
And as your quality of life goes down, it will just get worse and worse, and it'll be harder to get it back to where it should be. Because you also can't say that it's normal, because it can be normal for someone to be depressed. So it wouldn't be normal to like go back to a good like standing, because the normal for them is being depressed or being anxious, or so that's why you also can't generally say that something is normal.
Yeah. Oh, I'm here. I'm here for this. We're going to read some Foucault in this class, and he's going to talk about normal. But you know, we could say it is kind of normal for students to be stressed. That doesn't mean it's good, right? That doesn't mean that it is something that students should aspire to, and it doesn't mean that students should be stressed, right? What it means is it's just a statistic about how students are. So it's kind of hard for us, right, to rely on what is or what might be normal, even for one individual. Tal?
I also feel like, I don't know if this is relevant, but the more people start talking about it, it doesn't necessarily mean that help is as easily accessible to some versus others. Going to therapy or trying to get help is very expensive. And if you're really, really struggling, trying to get help from the public healthcare system is very hard. Yeah. I can personally say that I know someone who waited over a year just to talk to someone, and then, you know, didn't follow up because it was too hard and too long of a process.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This ties into also the beginning of what Charles said, right? So that our material circumstances are affecting how we can treat, I don't know, whatever kind of, if we want to call it a problem. And part of that, right, is because it's not included free in the supposedly universal healthcare that Canada has, right? So then you get, okay, what was the worldview of healthcare that went into making the actual services we get, right? And absolutely is terrible. There's a lot of stigma. There's a lot of difficulties. You should know that for all of you, if there's any time during this class when things are difficult, like maybe you've had a really hard day. I mean, I know if you identify as someone with any of the labels that I threw up on the screen, you may be having a hard time. If someone in your family does, you're always welcome to just like go off camera, do what you need to do. You can even leave and check in with me later. I want to take you at face value. I'd rather nobody be like in distress from this class. Yeah. Oof, lots of things. Ugh. Okay, any other thoughts? We could take a couple more. Basically, so what I'll have you do, I'm gonna show you the slide, which has a list of things for you to do, but it's also, they're all on Leia, marked as you should do them by February 1st. So they're easy to find there. Oh yeah, but we're not gonna watch the laggy video, don't worry. Go away. Bar at the top. Okay. So these are your asynchronous activities for this first week. The first one is to find this class in Moodle. So if you haven't used the Moodle before, you can Google Vanier Moodle, and it will take you there. It is kind of an ugly forum that looks like it was designed in the early 2000s, and it's very, it's not very tech savvy, but I'm going to be using it to have some quizzes on there. So go check that out, just find it. If you have trouble finding it throughout the week, you can email me, I'll help you out. There's a Microsoft Forms survey on Leia for you to fill out as well. It should take about 15 minutes. Is there something in the chat? Yes. Is the list going to be on Moodle?
I
Yes.
was able to go into Moodle, but are we supposed to have already something in there?
There's one quiz that I set to show up right at class time now. Yeah. So yeah, if it's still not there, I'll double check right after we log off. Yeah, and the important thing, if you're doing this tonight, please take like a 10-15 minute break first. Good. Yes, I will put this list on the Leia. So there's a BuzzFeed article from Esme Weijun Wang on what does it mean to be, quote unquote, the good schizophrenic. And then there's a short reading quiz on Moodle. You can take it as many times as you want, just to like help you recall some of the things that Wang talks about. Then there is a longer reading. I put 20 pages. I think my brain is fried today because it's 10 pages. But there's a reading on the medieval views of madness, particularly in France and Germany. It's 10 pages long. Take a read through it because we'll start from there next class. And there's also just like a one-page self-survey for you to do to figure out what some of your own dominant worldviews may be. Let's see, more chat. Oh, sorry about BuzzFeed. And there's a list. Oh, great. Some interesting links that are being shared with me. I have to figure out if maybe there's a way through Moodle. I used Moodle in my undergrad in another university, but a way to like post just like resources and links. If I can figure that out in the next day or so, then I will, because I bet that, so one student just sent me an article about shamanism and schizophrenia, but I'm sure that many, many other things will come out throughout the semester. Oof, okay, yes, we'll put the chat down now. How do we make you big again? I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, well, you can see my tabs. So yes, your job for tonight, go take a break and look at this list. Decide what you can do tonight for this list. Decide what can wait. Make sure you take a look at the Leia. Make sure you take a look at the Moodle. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna stop share. I will hang on just for like another 5 to 10 minutes if anybody has like last minute administrative questions or you're very confused. But yeah, thanks, the greatest of all time. We'll see you next week. See you all next week.
I have
Thank
a
you.
question. So I finished the 2 like documents that you posted on Omnivox.
Yeah.
The personal one and the other one.
The reading?
The reading, yeah, but there was also like a questionnaire thing.
Yes,
like,
the form, yeah.
I don't know. The self-survey and the introductory questionnaire, and I was just like wondering, do I like hand in like the personal one just for you to like see that it's done, or you don't care?
No, I don't care.
Okay, but
Yeah. Will homeworks count? So I'm generally going to tell you each week. So for this week, like you need to do the quiz just so I see that you did the quiz. I'm not going to have a way to check up that you actually read the article or that you did the readings. But anything that I'm grading and is going to be included in the small assignments, I will let you know. Great. I'm gonna write this down. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Discussion links.